And new video showing a swarm of people creating tense moments at a Maryland Heights business Saturday evening. Maryland Heights police tell us they responded to a large group of young people at Dave & Buster's last night. Police telling First Alert 4 the crowd did break up after law enforcement arrived. But as our Kimberly Donahue reports, this is not the first leisure space to see this type of commotion in recent months.
Over the overhead saying, all kids without a parent, get out.
Kelly Harrell says she quickly realized something was unusual about her family's visit to Dave & Buster's in Maryland Heights Saturday night.
15, 20 kids come to the booth next to us. One had a baseball bat.
She says the chaos peaked about an hour after they arrived, causing the business to take action.
They kicked everybody out. We were like, what is going on? They shut off the projectors. They shut off all the TV, all the games, everything.
Videos show a large group of people in the parking lot. Some can even be seen running away. Maryland Heights police tell First Alert 4 they responded with St. Louis County Police to Dave & Buster's for a report of a large gathering of young people. The situation comes 2 months after another large teen gathering in the area. In November, First Alert 4 told you about teens overcrowding Sky Zone in Baldwin, filling up the parking lot and racing shopping carts after tickets were oversold for an event. Baldwin police later told us a shot was fired, causing Sky Zone to close its doors, leading to more chaos as some people acted out, damaging several businesses in the area.
It's usually when you do have such a large presence of teens, and if there is not some type of security measures in place, things like that will happen.
Precious Jones is the founder of the nonprofit Breaking Generational Poverty. She says having spaces for teens is crucial.
A safe place, a safe haven for young people is very important, and it's something that's very much so needed. However, you just can't have a open space without actually interacting with them as well.
Kelly tells me she's largely enjoyed her visits to Dave & Buster's, and despite what happened Saturday, she says she would come back.
I love that place. I wouldn't have decided to do a date night with us if I didn't trust the place.
Maryland Heights police say there were no arrests, and the crowd dispersed shortly after officers arrived. In Maryland Heights, Kimberly Donahue, First Alert 4.